So recently, I was passing by a street and I found a certain woman who was preaching. You know how frequent it is to find a random preacher within the streets of Nairobi. And the woman was saying in Kiswahili, wewe ulichapwa kofi na bwanako jana na bado unanuna nuna. Hiyo ni ujinga. Biblia inasema tusikasirike. And that got me asking myself as to how much religious misconceptions and stereotypes are still persistent to promoting domestic and gender-based violence. I was thinking to myself, shouldn't religion be the tool that is used to promote love and justice within society? And you know, a lot of times when we talk about gender-based violence, and saying that also men are being affected, while it is actually true that men are also affected by gender-based violence, we all must agree that historically, statistically, women have been the most affected by gender-based violence, and so the Lord is much on their side. We have also seen the rampant increase in cases of gender-based violence against men, and it's important for men to also be empowered on how to deal with domestic violence, because society holds some stereotypes against men. Yeah, I recently heard of a man saying that if their wife beats them up, they'll hang themselves. Really? Today, men still see being abused domestically by women as something unheard of. And this is a thing that is happening every day. But it's also important to shift the dimension of gender-based violence to understanding it closer to our sisters, our mothers, yeah, our daughters. Is that the way we would like our daughters, our children to be treated in the name of religion? I think there are some very unrealistic beliefs and stereotypes which must be called out and abandoned, because they do not really serve the purpose of the growth and progress of society. It's very much important for us to think within the lines of promoting justice. So, for example, hypothetically, if that woman was really slapped by the husband last night and she is criminalized for being angry till today, where is the justice there? Is that the way we would like our daughters, our children to be treated in the name of religion? Do we really want to teach our children that if you are slapped by your husband, you should not ask why? You should not question? Do we really want to teach our young boys that if they are slapped by a woman, they should hang themselves? Should we really do that? We shouldn't do that. We should teach our children and the generations to come about the realities of life, and the importance of love, importance of justice, importance of tolerance. That is what we should teach our children. We need to treat each other with tolerance, with maturity, with understanding. Therefore, both men and women all deserve the right to justice. Back to religion, which as one of the most following apart from politics, my urge and encouragement to everyone who practices religion is so that we can use religion to promote love and justice. We need to treat people fairly. We need to teach the congregants. We need to also practice the values of, for example, Christianity and most progressive religions across the world. They stand for love. They stand for justice. They stand for compassion. They stand for tolerating one another. And that way, we will build a more fair, a more just, and a more loving society where people live with happiness. And there goes the question: what is your perception of gender-based violence? Have you witnessed cases of gender-based violence